So determine the tangent ratio to the nearest hundredth for each of the given degrees. We're also going to draw a triangle that accurately shows the ratio. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our calculator and figure out what tan of 20 degrees is. Tan of 20, 0.36. Thing about your calculator is it always reduces whatever fraction you had down to a decimal point. So can someone change 0.36 to a fraction for me? What would that be as a fraction? .36 is a fraction. Doesn't have to be reduced. 36 out of 100, right? Because these are hundredths. Good. So now if we drew a triangle, zoop, 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 and labeled one angle at 20 degrees, one possible triangle that would exist would have, remember, tangent is the opposite side over the adjacent side. One possible triangle that could exist is if you made this 36 and this 100. Then you would get a 20-degree angle. Can someone tell me another fraction that's equal to 36 over 100? What would you get if you reduced that? Yes, 9 over 25. If you divided both by 4, right? That would reduce it to lowest terms. That means that if you drew another triangle and the opposite side was 9 and the adjacent side was 25, you'd also get a 20-degree angle. Just a smaller version of that same triangle. So when we type it into our calculator is telling us something about the triangle. It's telling us what the ratio between the opposite side and the adjacent side would be. Second example, tan of 35. Go to our calculator, tan 35, decimal 7, to the nearest hundredth, I guess, would be 0.70. What is that as a fraction? Seven over 10. Now, if I labeled the 35 degrees there, where would I put the 7? Where would I put the 10? Natasha?
You would put the 7 on the bottom.
7 on the bottom, because this is always the opposite side.
Yeah, and then the 10 on the, or the 10, I don't know why I said 10 on the side.
And then the 10 goes on the side. So depending on where you label an angle, you always have to make sure that it's opposite over adjacent for the tangent ratio. So I'm going to let you try these next two on your own.